Thank you for checking out DQDesign. Are you looking for ways to improve your engineering project management methods? The following suggested topics and methods are important factors to consider incorporating in your process for any type of innovative development projects. Most companies that have engineering needs without engineering capabilities in-house seek simplified, effective, confident ways of reaching out for services. And engineering projects typically require substantial input from the client, and this video seeks to add value by improving methods and eliminating unnecessary procedures from initiation to closing of outsourced engineering project processes between your organization and the outsourced engineering firms. The PMBOK, Project Management Book of Knowledge, is my reference method of process management. Studies set prudent groundwork for everything to come, whether formally identified as a study or not. The beginning stages of all projects have elements of studies in order to move on into subsequent phases. And because they're integral to project development, there's little to no loss incorporating them as a standard procedure. Your project management process begins with your need assessment. Independent from the input of a relative engineering subject matter expert, the initiation phase will need sufficient information to be functionally developed. And so you're faced with three options: requesting requirement definition in detail from industry during the bidding phase, developing the requirements definition yourself, or separating the SME requirements definition phase from the detailed design engineering phase and bid separately and sequentially. Competitive requirement definition and detailed design engineering bids without prior SME requirements definition have some of the following risks. Requirements are open to interpretation per outsource firm and risk being followed up with change orders and manipulation if not adequately defined. Responses can vary dramatically amongst firms' interpretations. The full project is at higher risk for all processes. Good concepts offered by bidders under non-disclosure cannot be considered if excluded due to subfactors such as cost, schedule, capability that are not compatible and thereby lost opportunities. Capable firms may no bid under competition, high risk, and lack of scope definition. Firms with a desired product line may no bid design portions and cause disclosure conflicts. Bidding SME requirement definitions studies separately from the detailed design engineering phase have the following advantages. They're short duration, the client can fix costs and schedule of the study, and deliverables are known. The scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, and procurement requirements are fully defined by the client and SME. The SME can assist and execute subsequent phases if proven capable and established a relationship. It's low risk, and the information such as preliminary concept feeds into the overall project. Competitive bidding design engineering projects with SME study requirements definition have complete project management information. When a requirement definition and detailed design is to be competitively bid together, the industry feedback will have many considerations that can impede clarity on critical requirement definition premises. Competitive bidder strategies can change the dynamic of what's best for the project, and it can also play a heavy role on the project management process due to the macro design definition risks. The detailed design phase has its own inherent risks. However, the SME requirements definition study will provide solid information for all the following phases: scope, schedule, cost, quality, resources, communication, risk, and procurements. If high-risk project feasibility is a priority, an SME requirement definition study, as previously described, that will prioritize determinate matters and allow for alternates, cancellations, etc. Because the goal is to determine a go, no-go decision. Feasibility studies terminate sooner than a complete requirement definition study and focus on higher level matters such as budget, schedule, logistics, regulatory, etc. Engineering feasibility study considerations include vetting the scope and available documentation, and is the information adequate and accurate? Are there holes in the requirements prohibiting execution? Are the requirements compatible with each other? And are the risks fully understood and acceptable? Are the resources available? Funding, staff, technology, equipment, capabilities. It'll give you a conceptual design, a preliminary analysis, prototyping, virtual simulations, trade studies, and patent research. Okay, studies aside, here's a list of some pro tips. The project management effort should be less than the project itself. If the project management tasks become more laborious than the project itself, consider integrating and automating some of the steps. and measure the value of each step compared to the step results. Find project management efforts of the client and firm that can be merged to reduce overhead. A responsibility matrix can help identify areas where the project manager can shift to the client, for example, and allow engineering firm to focus more on the resources of the project. Communicating expectations along the way is key. As the project unfolds, discovery that seems to fall under higher level topics may need more classification. Don't make assumptions. If there are questions, dialogue is the only method. It's best to break things down as far as possible in the work breakdown structure and get them identified into the process as soon as possible. Written communication skills are vital to effective conveyance of technical information. Verbal communication has no verifiable transmission, and even though conversations may take place, they can be misconstrued easily in terms of technical perception. Research goals. Don't settle for the first search results. Finding subject matter experts can be complicated if you're innovating. And if your needs are specific, a virtual whiteboard discussion with the SME may clear things up. Dig deep in your Google searches. The best options aren't always on the first page, nor local for that matter. Awareness of team skills. When you're in the planning stages, if you haven't completed similar tasks with a team in the past, plan around key players and tasks that can be delegated or where the unknown players can add value but not break the project. When technical and financial people meet, the discussion is usually regarding time-based execution. Engineering is primarily an iterative process, and foreseeing the true duration of tasks should come from a project manager that has experience with their team. So don't base a project on ROM estimates if the budget and schedule are critical. Look for a work breakdown structured task-based time estimate that comes from a proper SME study. Does the engineering firm have the capabilities needed at the integration level for the project? It may be that they have subject matter experience in critical aspects but not in others. And you may be looking for a complete coverage in a single firm versus a teaming approach. I've linked some of the resources in the description and some of my project management background and experience as well. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. Check out my website at DQDesign.net if you're looking for help in your engineering projects. Thank you for watching.